Welcome to a new video. This video is brought to you by Ragnarok Origin. More about that later. First of all, question of the day. What is going to be your team for Pokemon Legends Arceus? That's that. Let's get into the Pokemon news. How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video. Today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at quite a few things, actually. We got a few Pokemon news. We got a promotional trailer. We got some rumor type stuff. And we're also going to be taking a look at what my team is going to be for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a beverage. My hair is a mess. Either way, let's get started. So, first things first. Is this right here. There's a new promotional video, and PokeExperto posted this, and I thought we'd take a look at it. So sit back, relax, and let's get into it. So this is a promotional video. It's a pretty short one. It's from Nintendo. It's kind of got a pretty cool intro right here, where you get to see like the original character sprites, like the intro sprites, I think, just walking up, and that's like pretty sick, man. Just looks pretty awesome. And then we've got like more or less just gameplay showing off like the whatchamacallit, I guess the characters, more or less, nothing too crazy there. Stuff we've mostly seen around here, like you got Breezel, you got the Underground again, you've got the Grunts, which we got to see recently as well in like one out of the 7 AR trailers, 7 or 8, I can't remember. There was quite a lot of them, but yeah, you got Breezel running around, you've got characters. Again, the quality of this one is pretty low, which is unfortunate, but you've got a Tangrowth in there, we got Piplup, we got Turtwig and Chimchar as well. Let's just slow it down a bit. We've got Lucario being hit by a move, I think, and Tentacruel, Glaceon as well right there with Weeping Bell, and we have, of course, also the villains. There we go. We got the what do you call them? The admin, so to say. We got them just roaming around. We got Cyrus, of course, and mostly just the same old gameplay we've seen. Nothing too crazy. I just thought I would mention it, bring it up, because people just mention it to me and tell me, hey, check this out. So I thought, hey, it's worthwhile just covering and giving you the extra information, give or take, on it. So that's more or less that for that piece of info. Let's move on to the next thing, which is this right here. So apparently there have been new registered trademarks by Creatures and Game Freak and Nintendo in Japan. One of these is for Lost Abyss, and then one for Wooloo, which I'm not sure if that's Wooloo or something else. And then another Wooloo, and then Zorua has been registered. Why re-register 2 existing TMs related to designed Pokemons? And then we got kind of a response here from Melkor saying trademarks are not simply registered in general; they're registered for categories of things. So when an existing trademark is registered again, it's usually for extending the categories it applies to. They can also be renewed in time, as registration is not permanent. Yeah, I know, but weren't they registered in every category Pokemon develops registered in TMs? They don't register every name for everything possible. For example, Zora is registered for new merch, such as quilts or educational products. This is likely because Hisu and Zora will be used for those types of merch. And I guess something's going to be happening with Wooloo as well. And if you guys don't know, Lost Abyss is one of the new sets we're going to have for like the games, right? It's like one of the new TCG sets, I'm guessing, and it's still got like a lot to do with Giratina and whatnot, and it kind of matches up with a lot of the promo stuff we're going to be dealing with going forward. So it kind of matches up with all that, more or less. But I want to know what you guys think about this information. It's just trademarks. I thought we'd bring them up for you guys and just see what it's all about, if you wanted to know about that info. But next thing is this right here. There is this from PokeKalos, just saying that there are new holo costumes available in the store for Pokemon Unite. You've got this one for, I think, Wigglytuff right here, yes, and you've got one for Eldegoss, more or less, and then I think they also have like some new stuff in here, which is also on the program, new event missions, as well as new outfit, the detective outfit, which is right here. It's this one, as you can see, the character wearing right next to me, right over here. So there you go. That's more or less that for that info. Let's move on to the next thing. Then we also have this guy, Explorer of Sky, which actually is a person that we covered in a video earlier today, I think, if I'm posting this the same day. But earlier today, I think we actually covered this guy in a different video. But more or less, he actually says this interesting point here, which is it's Dragon, Rock plus Steel. For you to understand this, you need to know what the gameplay is like. And then we're talking about the post by Nihilego, who said number 8 is the Gudra, which is a Dragon Steel type. I think the community doesn't deserve the leaks anymore, if you guys remember that, when I talked about that. But more or less, he's saying it's a Dragon, Rock plus Steel type, which just doesn't make any sense. I don't get it, what he means by that. Just seems a little bit out of the ordinary. And also, he said, Happy November, old leak stuff from earlier this year. I'll consider posting more. I'll just dig this stuff back up. No promises, though. Happy exploration in the Mountain Trainers, which he posted on the 2nd of November, which was like, what, yesterday? And all of this one has to say from July 2021. Things might have changed, but either way, it is intended for BDSP and PLA. One moveset for now. Cresselia, and then level moves, and then Confusion, Mist, Psybeam, Psycho Shift, Slash, Moonlight, Psychic, Cosmic Power, and Lunar Dance. and then technical discs, which it says Hyper Beam, Giga Impact, Solar Beam, Thunder Wave, Light Screen, Reflect, Safeguard, Rest, Snore, Calm Mind, Power Swap, Guard Swap, Psycho Cut, Trick Room, Magic Room, Sunny Day, Rain Dance, Round, and Zen Headbutt. Which I don't know what this is referring to, but it just says here he watches from all from above his sky kingdom. Not even the iciest climber could reach such a feat, which is really strange. But Explorer of Sky is his name, so I guess maybe that's what it's referring to. Unless it's referring to something about ARCEUS and climbing Mount Coronet or something along those lines. I don't really know. It's all a bit weird, to say the least, but it is what it is, though. And then, of course, we have this final thing when it comes to this stuff, which is Pokemon Unite, Datamine Leaks, which releases on the, I guess, 8th of this month of November. Temple Crustle will cost 60 Hollow tickets, and here is some of the stuff. If you want to take a look at what's in here, I'm going to move my camera around a bit so you can just kind of pause and look at whatever you want to look at, and that is that. Let's move on to the next part of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, this video is brought to you by Ragnarok Origin on behalf of Catapult. Now, if you haven't heard of Ragnarok Origin, then let me tell you about it. Now, Ragnarok is an upcoming MMO coming to the mobile, which you can go right ahead right now to the pre-registration page to pre-register for right away. Now, Ragnarok Origin is set in a fantasy MMO world with stunning and really charming graphics, to be honest with you guys, that offer you the ability to play as many possible different classes, one of these being Swordsman, and of course there is Mage, which is my personal favorite. So, what are you waiting for? Go over to the pre-registration page and sign up right now to get your hands in the game for the grand opening on November 10th. And also don't miss out on the giveaway of a Tesla Model S. Yes, a Tesla Model S, which you can have a chance at winning by pre-registering and entering in your email, which is required. So that is it. Go check out Ragnarok Origin right away right now, guys, and pre-register. And big thank you to Ragnarok Origin for sponsoring this video. So that is that. Next, we're going to be taking a look at what my team is going to be for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So thank you to Ragnarok Origin, by the way, for that, and go make sure to pre-register. So now I thought we'd take a look at what my team is going to be for Pokemon Legends Arceus. So here is what it is. So for my starter, this one has to be pretty obvious. Now, to most, it would seem that I'm going to go for, Rowlet, since it is my mascot, but funny enough, Cyndaquil is actually my favorite starter of all time. But since Rowlet is cute AF, and I don't actually mind using it instead, and since it is my mascot, why not catch a wild Chimchar in the wild instead to replace the fire typing that I would have with, Cyndaquil? I wouldn't mind having it in my team instead. So basically, Rowlet is going to be a must-have addition in my team, and if the leaks about a new evolution for it, for Rowlet and the other starters are true, or a new form of the Decidueye are real, then it only makes sense, even more sense, that I would have this as my starter. So I think, to start things off, Rowlet will be the first Pokemon in my team. Then, of course, I need a Shinx, which is confirmed to be in the game, as I really feel like I need to have the electric typing in there in my team somewhere. And of course, Luxray is my personal favorite Pokemon out of all of Sinnoh and Generation 4, so it's a must-have addition as well in my team. Then we sort of need this in my team, okay? We sort of need to have or see some way Zoro or Zoroark. I mean, come on, the Hisuian forms are just incredible. Just the typings of these things are insanely broken, as the normal and ghost typing leaves them only being weak and having one weakness, that being dark typing, which means that having a Zoro or Zoroark on my team will be one of the best and coolest IDs and choices ever, since it only makes sense to have them in there with the incredible strength they would bring over to my team just for everything. I mean, seriously, if you don't have one of these on your team, then you're making a mistake, because besides the cool designs, just the fact that they are this strong, just the power of these things is beyond incredible. So why not? Why wouldn't I go for one? So definitely a Zoro and Zoroark is going to be on my team, guaranteed. I want to get these guys. I want to add them into my team. I must have. And then we, of course, have next a water type into my team. And I felt like, why not go for a wild Piplup, as we have not seen a ton of them roaming. Like, we've seen actually rather a ton of them roaming around. So that's why I thought, why not have an Empoleon on my team, which come in super handy with that added steel typing and whatnot. Of course, I could substitute this with like a Basculegion, once I get one, but I think I'll make that choice once I see how fun Basculegion is to actually use in battle and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how that works out. Now, other substitution option for me, in this case, for a water type, I'm thinking about possibly getting a Gyarados instead, because, I don't know, like, it's still on the back burner, but Piplup, I'm kind of iffy on it. I've never been a fan of Piplup. I like Empoleon, but Piplup's never really been my favorite. However, I've always kind of wanted to play through properly with the Gyarados, but again, the issue really is, when will we get our hands on certain Pokemon? And I really do not feel like leveling a Magikarp forever to evolve it into a Gyarados. It just feels like it'll be a little bit of a waste of time, if you get what I mean. So more or less what I'm trying to say is, I'm going to go for Piplup if it's the easiest option and most easily achievable, but Gyarados and Basculegion are on the back burner of possible Pokemon that I might replace it with, so we'll see how that goes. And of course, I feel like I need to have a Fire-type Pokemon in my team, especially because we are in a, region that's more or less cold, and I was thinking in this case, I could of course go for Cyndaquil as my starter, but what instead, why not go for, well, a Chimchar, you know what I mean? Like, it just makes the most sense, and also, of course, we can't forget that you do have Infernape with the fighting typing that is far more useful to have on there than, something like Piplup with its, Piplup's still useful as well, but I just feel like the fighting typing is far more useful than the bland typing of, a Cyndaquil. But of course, if the evolution leaks are real, then it would have the Fire Ghost typing, which would be even better. But, I'm feeling like the Fire Ghost typing, Fire Fighting typing of Chimchar is pretty useful, so I feel like a Chimchar on my team would be the best. I was thinking about maybe a Hisuian Growlithe, but I realized that the Rock typing is not going to be that useful. Personally, I just think it's a bit unnecessary, the Rock typing or whatever it is. It just doesn't feel like it's that necessary, and I don't really feel like I need it. So personally, I think I'm gonna go for Chimchar as my 5th Pokemon. And to round my team off, I think I will add in a Kleavor. Yes, I have always loved Scyther and Scizor. They're actually one of my top 10 Pokemon, in my list of top 10 Pokemon. They're in there, but we have more or less seen it kind of stopped getting attention over the years. The last time we got attention was Scizor getting a Mega back in the day, but the thing is, we haven't really seen anything much about it since then, and I think it's time to get Scyther some love and give it a brand new evolution, and Kleavor is basically that. And I just realized that, it looks badass, it looks awesome, I think it looks sick, and I want to have this thing on my team, as I think it would kind of make my team sort of this perfect little synergy of things after adding it to there. So that's why I'm going to go for Kleavor as my final Pokemon into my team, based off of what I've seen so far. If there are other Pokemon added or revealed, I will add those in instead, and during my playthrough, of course, I can make choices that are different, but this is what my team looks like right now in this moment, and this is my possible team for right now. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to know in the comment section down below, what is your team, your possible team for now, right now, in this moment? What is your possible team for Pokemon Legends Arceus? Let me know, and that's going to be it for today's video.